Hello, and welcome back to the Wasteland 2 Early Access Beta. I'm Mel.
Copy, Echo 1. Echo 1, I'm happy to say
Alright, we're called in for our promotions, and let's continue where we left off. Let's assign these points real quick. Alright, so for Angela, we're going to go ahead and dump some more into assault rifles. I think that makes the most sense, since she's arguably our best combatant. So it's worth it, I think, to spend the points, so we'll go to 7. And with Summer, the plan was to take her to level 9 on her sniper rifles, so we will. I do wish that the sniper rifle was more of a compelling weapon. I definitely still need an upgrade. We'll grab some more heavy weapons, I guess, here on Stafford. Nothing with Arlo, and then with Brett, we will grab more weapon skill as well. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah. We'll save the rest. Okay, let's head out. Yeah, the sniper rifle, at least the one she currently has, that Summer has, is just, I don't know. I hope we can get something better. I know that one exists, but I have not been able to find it. So, and I didn't really want to look up its exact location. I wanted there to be some mystery. Okay, let's go out here. Now this should take us into the prison itself, for the compound. Yeah. Okay. So we are clearly behind them. So I think what I'll do here is I'll probably cut the video and set everyone up, or I'll speed it up. That way you guys don't have to watch me setting everything up, alright? So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so now I've pretty much avoided everyone's detection, which is awesome. Got the team set up, and I'm ready to start the fight, which, you know, as per norm, I'll initiate with my sniper. I just want to scope out here who's the best opening target. Probably one of these guys, you know, versus the dogs. Might as well take out one of the... or start damaging somebody that can fire from range, right? This guy looks good. Yeah. Oh, 13. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's see. Sight blocked. Okay. I can go to the edge here and take a shot. Let's do that. Shoot this dude. Don't know if using a burst on him is worthwhile. I could do single. Okay, one more. Oh, don't have the AP. Okay. And what's nice here is being able to move from cover to cover, and we have the initiative, right? They're not in ambush mode or anything because we assaulted them first, which is nice. All right, there we go. Another shot with the sniper. Oh, I didn't even see this grenadier. Okay, I'm not sure why I didn't see him before. Oh, she got a nice crit. Finish him with the pistol, maybe? Yeah! Look at that, 17 damage with the pistol, man. She does some serious... I need to rethink this whole secondary weapon being a melee weapon for my guys. Maybe I should get pistols for everybody. Pretty damn good, actually. Of course, ammo is always a consideration, so I don't know. Let's take this guy out. I'm not worried about that dog. Nice. Okay, and Stafford can go whack the dog with the hatchet? Yeah, there we go. Can't finish him, though. But I'm not too concerned about these guys. Feral dogs. Oh, one guy ran off. Alright, well, we might as well pursue that guy then. Well, or just kill these dogs, I guess. Okay. Something to bear in mind, too, I think I've mentioned this before, is that, you know, when you've got a choice between cover or concealment, right, where you can't be seen at all, go for the concealment, because if the enemy can't see you, he can't shoot you, right? So, kind of like I did there a second ago with Angela, I could have taken a slightly more direct route towards that last guy, going behind cover, or I flanked her off to the right? She can't be seen at all. You want to do that as much as possible. See, again there, I could move one more forward, and I didn't on purpose, right? Because why? Well, I just moved Stafford into cover. Now, I didn't move him into concealment, I just moved him into cover because I wanted to take that swing at that dog. But as I move forward on this last guy, I'm going to continue to try to move to concealment instead of going for cover necessarily, unless I think I can get a shot. Which in this case, 56%. That's not that great, but well, maybe. Let's try it. If you don't think you can get a shot, then maneuver yourself in such a way that you'll be in concealment versus cover. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that. So like I've got a spot here, that's concealment, so I'm going there instead of on the edge, right? Because if I'd been on the edge of the structure right there, I would have had a shot, but I didn't have enough action points left to make a shot, so you get my drift. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do with her? Nothing? Just set her on ambush, it's fine. Okay, let's move up. I hate these situations where you've got one guy left and you've taken, you know, like in this case, I haven't taken any damage, right? I've basically been a perfect fight, and I got this one guy, and I have to take all the risk to get to him because he's just sort of hunkered down back there. That's not too bad of a shot. 78%. Let's see if we can get him. Yeah, nice. Okay, I'll just gather everything up and come back to you when we're ready to move forward. Alright, here we go. Okay, some more... Okay, these guys are patrolling around. I don't want to get seen. I don't want to be seen. Yeah, nope. Did I just shoot with... Oh, I think I did. I think I just shot with everyone. Such a waste when I do that. Remember when you're starting a fight, unless you really do want to jump someone with everyone's firepower, remember to switch to solo mode so you're just firing with your sniper or snipers. One of the things that kind of annoyed me in this particular run is that I didn't get Vulture's Cry, and she's a sniper, the one that you can pick up in High Pool. It's nice having the two snipers as an opening shot. Alright, let's see here. Okay, one shot. How many 100% to hit, huh? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and... Should I do burst? Yeah. Might as well. Finish him off. I could have maybe saved one round. Maybe. Who's left? Okay. Well, let's move up and find out. Oh, there's a... I didn't see that dog. Okay. And... Bam! Not as much XP, but that, you know, that wasn't exactly a tough fight either, right? Okay, let me go pick up this stuff. Oh, another tactical shotgun. Alright. They're actually pretty darn good, those tactical shotguns. I kind of like wishing that I had somebody that had that. Oh, okay. A heavy duty guy. Anyone else? But I don't know, you know, shotguns are, to me, so underwhelming. And then they have the range limitations. It just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, maybe at this point it's worth it when you get like access to a higher end shotgun. Yeah, okay, great. But I'm fairly well into the game at this point. Alright, let's get this going here. I mean, I've tried shotguns before. I did in my first run, and they were really underpowered, and they had crap range. So I was sort of like, well, you know, what's the point of this? I'm better off with somebody with another assault rifle or even a melee weapon. You know, anything but the shotgun, really. I feel the same way about the submachine gun. The only reason to take the submachine gun, as far as I'm concerned, is if you just want different ammo type, right? Since they're primarily 9mm. But outside of that, I don't see any reason to do it. I think the pistol's better. And if there's others of you that are playing the beta and you've had different experiences with those weapons, you know, let me know what you think, because I mean, I'm certainly open to adapting my strategy and my thought process. But you know, I think I've played through this. This is my 4th time. Yeah, because I've done it twice on camera and twice off, if memory serves me. And you know, I have experimented with the machine guns. I really think that they're pretty terrible. I have experimented with the shotguns, and at least until this point, when you can get a tactical shotgun, they don't seem worth it. The energy weapons are so-so, and again, the only reason I think they're probably even worth having is in case you run into a synthetic, which I haven't yet. Is that a grenade? Oh, it's a grenadier. Great. Okay, just lost control. Oh, well, at least I lost control and she killed him. Nice. Alright, let me... I better focus on this a little bit here. Talk about weapon theory in a minute. Run up. Let's see, where's that guy? There? Okay. Alright, so see, I'm running to concealment, not to cover. Cover would have been on the edge, because why expose myself, right? So same thing here. I'm going to move, you know, ideally I want to move to concealment, not to cover. Let's get her patched up. And can I do anything else? Not really. Where do I want to go? There. I mean, I shouldn't be able to be seen there. Okay. Again, moving to concealment. Oh, they're actually coming up. All right. Well, thanks, dude. thanks for just running up right in the middle of all of us. The AI's gotten better, but occasionally it does some stupid things like that. Like, why would that guy just run up to get his face pounded in? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I'm not well, yeah, I am kind of complaining because I don't want the AI to do things like that. So devs, and actually some of the devs are watching my videos, which is kind of cool. You know, this is the kind of thing I think behavior-wise still needs some work, which I'm sure you're well aware of. But if not, here's an example. A guy with a shotgun should not charge up into the middle of, you know, 4 or 5 people that can take him out. I wonder if the AI behavior is predicated on weapon type range, like he was closing for range, and just the way these structures are. Or if it takes into account what it can visibly see. Like, it couldn't see my guys in concealment, so the AI made the decision that that was a decent place to rush up to. Huh. I'd love to know the answer to that. You know, that would make sense, I guess. Alright, you're toast. Is there like one more guy, 2 more guys? Oh, 2 more guys back there. Okay. Let me cut across. And 66. Yeah. Nice shot. I do love the effects now where the cover can get destroyed and the ricochets and the sound effects. The death animations are looking really good. I mean, there's been so many improvements to this game. It's every time there's a new iteration of the beta release, the game gets better and better. And I don't, you know, it seems to be kind of an ongoing thing on different forums, be it on Steam or even on Reddit, where people are very critical of the game in terms of the timetable. You know, that, you know, why isn't it released yet and why isn't it done? You know, I'm not sure. Maybe it's because NXL is a smaller studio, an independent studio, or maybe because it was a Kickstarter project, and people are sensitive now after the thing with a couple of other Kickstarter projects not being released or not following a certain timetable. But I think NXL's done a very good job of communicating what's going on with the game. You know, they ended up with much more than they had originally targeted. And they expanded the game. They've added a ton more features. And I don't know what the problem is with that. You know, if you want to play the game now, then, you know, hopefully you were an original backer or you got in the early access on Steam and you're playing the game, and that's great. And you can be a part of that process. What I don't get, though, is why it's okay for a company like, say, Blizzard or even Valve or others to say, you know, it's done when it's done, right? I mean, they take that stance. The game will be done when it's done. And NXL hasn't done that, and yet people have been very critical. I don't really get that. But anyway, let's focus on finishing this guy off. This might not have been the best decision here on my part. Trying to melee this guy. Might have been better served by just shooting him and being done with it. Reload. There we go. Yeah, pistols, man. Getting back to the little bit of the weapon theory, or theory crafting, pistols are really good. I don't know if you would just do like pistol as a primary, though in theory you could, but as a secondary, as long as you're okay with the expenditure of ammo, it's exceedingly good. I mean, I really like the pistol implementation a lot, and it just again, this is where there's that kind of, for me, that glaring difference between, say, shotguns and submachine guns. Is pistols are awesome, and then shotguns and submachine guns don't seem very good at all, which is just sort of weird. You know, they're still working on the combat balances. Let me get my guys healed up here. you know, they're still working on combat balance on every new release. They're doing balance passes. So I hope that we do see the shotguns become more viable, and the submachine guns being more viable. And there's supposed to be a lot more weapons being introduced into the game, and I'm excited to see that, because right now even though in this run through I have seen more than I've seen previously, I would not say that there's like, you know, a huge amount of weapon selection at this point in the game. And the more that they can add, the better. Even if they're somewhat similar, I think I think it's cool, and it adds a lot to the game when it's when there seems to be some choice, you know. And there has been. I'd like to see some more unique weapons too, or kind of scrapped together homemade weapons too. I think that's kind of fun to see that stuff, as you would in a post-apocalyptic world. Oh, hey, more heavy weapons, huh? Okay, well, nice. Probably end up selling that. Let's see, another shotgun. Well, if I ever want to do shotgun, I'm good to go. Well, I'm going to end this one here, folks. I hope you liked it. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. As always, I appreciate your comments and feedback. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Mal, and I will see you later.